Welcome to episode 20 of the Lovecraft Tapes, an actual play Call of Cthulhu 7th edition RPG podcast using Roll20.net. I am your keeper of arcane lore, Jeremy Boomstick Johnson. And your investigators of the unknown are George Gallagher as Charles.
Yeah. Yep.
Brian Johnson as Samantha.
Yep. The nectar of the great gods.
Uh-huh.
And Matt Zealish as Dan.
Yep. Yes. Yep. Uh-huh.
Well, you stole my line, George. Thanks for that.
All right. How is everybody feeling tonight? Brian, how are you feeling? Lovely, lovely. Matt, what's on your mind tonight, buddy?
Just trying to deal with some backhanded snark in my intro right now. We'll see how that works. Improv is scary.
Guilty as charged. I tried to insert as like 2 or 3 backhanded snarks in there for you. All right, and George is not feeling particularly great tonight, so we're going to roll along here. Before we go, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And we're back. I hope you guys enjoyed that commercial.
We really need to find higher quality sponsors.
Hey. That was good.
All right. I'll take your word for it. All right. Before we begin tonight, I would like to just quickly go over some sanity rules. I did mention this previous scenario, but I just thought it'd be worthwhile reviewing a summary of the sanity rules. And one of the things that we forget to take into account is when you fail a sanity roll, it's just one quick thing. So let's say Samantha, for instance, sees a dead body on the floor. Oh my stars! And she fails her sanity roll. That usually means there's like one quick involuntary action, and that could be like exactly like what you did, like you make a noise when you weren't supposed to. If you were carrying a gun at the time, maybe you accidentally fired it off. So something that's relatively, not a great thing, but the consequences are usually minimal. That's just a flat out fail. If you lose sanity of 5 or more points, then you have to make an intelligence roll, and if successful, then temporary insanity ensues.
Oh Jesus!
And so then I have a nice, cute little table here of temporary insanity and the effects. So I basically just roll a dice, and something may happen to you, and that could be, just basically anything from amnesia, so you suddenly forget what happened to you, and maybe it'll even be a little bit of memory loss, a couple hours prior to that. It could be something like, just,
oh my gosh, that's scary. What was I looking at? Oh my gosh, that's scary. What was I looking at?
Infinite loop of sanity. You could actually just pick up and run, leaving the rest of your investigator friends there by themselves.
Bye.
So those are the sort of things that you could deal with.
And that's up to you, depending on how we roll.
Yeah, actually, I would prompt you. I'd say, Samantha, roll a d10.
Okay.
And you'd roll it, and I'd say, here's what happens to you. There are, some... roll a d10. There are some, basic table of sanity bouts of madness that I can roll against, but I can also insert and change things anytime I want to, so I can make it up if I want to. If you lose sanity equal to 1/5 of your current sanity in one day, then I can impose a much more indefinite insanity. So it could be something as crazy as you physically attack your investigator friends. You develop some sort of phobia. Maybe Samantha's now afraid of dead bodies, which that's kind of stupid, but
She loves them.
Yeah. So
Necrophiliac.
that's the sort of accumulation of insanity and the sort of effects of that. So
It makes sense.
yeah, are we clear on that? So I'll need you guys' help to, when you fail a sanity roll, it's just 1 or 2 points, no big deal. But I think the hardest part is keeping track of how much sanity you've lost in that particular day. That's going to be a little bit more rough to do. So, it's like maybe Samantha sees a snake licks its lips. There's 1 sanity point.
Right.
An hour later, she encounters a dead body. Maybe that's 2 sanity points. Then an hour later, she encounters a night gaunt. That's 3 points. And that might be 5 points, within a short period of time. And so maybe that means you're going to do some temporary insanity. But if it's also equal to 1/5 your sanity, then, shit's going to get real. So, okay.
It sounds good.
Obviously, when you reach 0 sanity, you are insane.
Sweet. I'm going to win this.
And for all intents and purposes, if you do reach 0, you are out of the game. Your character is now...
It's just like dying.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You are in an insane asylum for the rest of your life.
Insane in the membrane.
Mm-hmm.
Headed rooms, 3 meals a day.
Ooh, it sounds kind of good, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Nurse Ratchet.
Should I get an Xbox in there? Or no, probably not.
Yeah. How do you do?
Headed controller.
But it's all the Evil Within and Outlast.
And Resident Evil.
That's the only games you have. Yeah. So, okay. So that's basically it for sanity rules. Now I would like you guys to recap what happened last week with the intros that I've shared with you in the journal. And we'll start with Charles. George.
Not sure what I'm doing here. The contented cow seems fancy. I'm not the spot type, though. No adventure here. No thin man, no flying night gaunts, no shimmering acid monsters. At least they got a bar, good whiskey, and golf on TV. Dames around here ain't too hard on the eyes either. Dames? Oh, shit. I meant women. This isn't 1950 anymore. Chucky. Gotta get my head together. I know Samantha's counting on me. I can't go backward. Upward and onward, that's what she says. I'll make a better effort right after this drink. I just need another sip to forget.
All right.
I was happy.
But that's kind of what happened last time. So.
As you can see, it's all rainbow and sunshine here. Lovecraft tapes.
No unicorns farting rainbows.
Exactly. All right. So I believe Samantha's next.
I feel good after my nap, but why didn't Dan wake me up? I met the manager, Mr. Purfoy. He seems nice enough. A little silly, maybe. Dad is his usual cranky self. What's it going to take to snap him out of his funk? He needs to get better. He has to. Hope he remembers to take his pill. I forgot my glass of wine at the bar, but at least Betsy reminded me about our welcome drink. Maybe Dan's already there. I strolled down the road to her house, a nice old farmhouse. Nope, no Dan. He's a big boy. He can take care of himself. Betsy's really friendly. Her red wine is excellent. She's been telling me creepy rumors about the contented cow murders.
All right. Matt?
Fair number of folks are staying here at the Contented Cow. All types. I assume the nearby river has good fishing, but I guess there's no way to substantiate that. But it's fishing, so who cares, really? Chuck's chugging it up at the bar, still giving me that cold shoulder. Met a journalist in the elevator, and he asked me a lot of questions, but I was a little bit too tightly wound to engage him any further. Oh well. I'll just use this free pass for a massage and then go meet Sam for a drink at Betsy's. Unfortunately, my masseuse was called away, so I got a 7-foot monstrosity named Dolph instead. He does have magic fingers, though. Sleepy out here. When I wake up, Dolph's magic fingers have gone flabby, and he reeks of expensive whiskey. What the hell? Oh, it's not Dolph, it's Charles. He passed out, and I tried to catch him when he was falling, and wouldn't you know it, the towel that I was wearing fell off right when Dolph walked back in, so now I'm standing naked over Charles' body.
Oh, yeah.
So hot. All right. So that's where we continue our investigation. So we'll pick up right with Dan. I think he's the most appropriate gentleman to begin with.
I don't know about appropriate at this moment.
So they're inappropriate. So Dan, you obviously are standing there completely nude. Chuck is at the floor, passed out, and Dolph walks in. Mister, what are you doing?
I'm going to frantically grab the towel and wrap it around me. Look, this is I can you see this guy, he's my future father-in-law. I swear I'm here with him and my fiance, and he is apparently very, very drunk. I don't know how he found his way in here, but he kind of passed out. I'm assuming. I mean, he looks like he's still breathing.
Yes, well, let's pick him up. Grab that shoulder.
Okay, I'm going to grab him with one arm while holding the towel still.
Okay. Charles, why don't you give me a
Selfie.
selfie? How
That was
about
going on Instagram.
that's the wrong thing there. The skills, do we have a constitution?
Yeah, con.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a con roll. All right, that's good. You managed to keep your stomach contents inside.
Good job,
as
George.
these guys lift you up, but you're pretty much wavering between consciousness and unconsciousness. You've had quite a lot to drink, and it is possible that your pills are interacting badly with booze. You're not quite sure. So, Dan, Dolph says, where should we put him?
Let's put him down on the table for now. Do you guys have a doctor somewhere around here we could call to have look at him? I know he just started taking some new medication, and I don't want that to interfere in any very unfavorable ways with his heavy drinking.
I will check with Mr. Profoy.
Okay, thank you.
Da. So you're there with Charles. Dolph has placed Charles's body in the masseuse table, face down. So his head is in the hole, his face is in the hole, and he rushes off to presumably get Mr. Purfoy.
And can I get redressed once he leaves the room so I'm not holding a towel?
Yeah, yes, and you don't have to ask. Just tell me. But yes, you get dressed.
And then he starts massaging him.
Charles is breathing steadily. He appears to be out like a light, but breathing normally.
I'm gonna look around and see if there's a clock anywhere. I wanna know what time it is right now, or I guess I can check.
There's absolutely, or if you have a watch or a cell phone or whatever, you do notice that it is. I think you were supposed to meet Betsy at 5, was it?
Wasn't it? I thought it was 6.
You're right. It was 6 o'clock. So we're gonna say it is right around 6:30.
Oh, geez, I'm in trouble. Going to stick my head out the door and see if anyone is on their way back.
Yes, Dolph is rushing up with Mr. Purfoy. Mr. Purfoy is like, yes, what seems to be the problem?
Yes, my father-in-law here is
my.
a little bit too much to drink.
Oh, yes, I did happen to notice him at the bar earlier.
And he's taking some new medication, and we're not quite sure how that's interacting. And I just want to know if you have a doctor or anyone around who could possibly look at him just to give him a once-over to make sure he's not doing poorly. I mean, he's breathing.
Well, we do have a doctor in town. We could make a call, but it will take him approximately an hour to get here. If you have the medication bottle, we could probably make a few calls first. Is he okay right now?
He's breathing right now, so I'm assuming he's just out from the alcohol.
Mr.
What was it? It was Xanax. Or Xanax.
Oh, Zonix. Yes, I've heard of it. Let me make a few calls. Why don't you take with Dolph and move Mr. Blaine back to his room?
Sounds like a plan.
All right, I will join you shortly.
Before you leave, there's a woman that I was supposed to meet with my fiance, a Betsy.
Yes. You're Dan, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I do have a note for you back at the front desk.
Okay. Do you know if there's a directory around here I could get Betsy's number from? Because I know we're supposed to be there at 6, and at 6:30, I'm pretty sure she's there. I just want to give her a heads up on what's happening with her dad.
Yes. I can ring her for you. It's no problem. I do have a number at the front desk. When you're done with him, just come on back and we'll take care of it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Although she is just down the road. I mean, it's basically a 10-minute walk.
But I'm not quite sure if I want to leave Charles here alone now.
Totally understand, sir. How about if I ring over and just let them know what had happened?
That would be absolutely helpful. Thank you very much.
Consider it done, sir. All right, so Dolph grabs hold of Chuck and essentially slings him across his shoulder and says, lead the way.
Okay, we are heading to room 201.
Oh, sweet.
Literally
sweet. All right.
Come in peace.
So you guys tromp on off towards Chuck's room, and we'll switch back to Samantha. Samantha, you're having a nice, finishing up a second glass of wine on Betsy's deck.
You lush.
And clearly she's starting to slur her words a bit. She has brought out some nice cheese, some local cheese to go with the wine.
I made it from myself.
Yeah. and
a
bit of dried cranberry candies that she makes.
Mm-hmm. Now's my chance to rummage through her house. She's drunk.
and she's just sort of rocking in her chair and looking up at the sky, and as you guys talk about the rumors and legends of the area, and as you drink a little bit more, you sort of become even more relaxed than you expected to be at this point. You've totally forgotten about Dan or your father.
Who was Dan?
And right now you're just, you're sort of, I shouldn't say sort of, you are sort of, I can't say
sloshed.
You're not sloshed, but you are so comfortable and enjoying the atmosphere and environment right now. Betsy seems like a long lost friend, or perhaps a mother or grandmother.
I found her. I win. What do I get?
She's right here.
Look over here.
Tell me again about the rabbits.
So,
Betsy.
And so she's like, so Sam, tell me again about your mother.
Well, it's kind of a sore subject.
I understand.
It just, maybe one more glass and we could bust into that.
Yes, no problem.
I haven't been this relaxed in almost a year.
Great.
This is really nice, and I appreciate it.
I'm glad to provide this for you.
I think I might need a little bit more time, though.
Sure. No,
but it's nice. It's nice to be able to count on somebody that I can talk to openly, and there's no judgment. I do appreciate that.
It does help to bleed old wounds sometimes.
She was a cheating whore. She was pregnant. Oh.
Well, just wait right here, and I'm going to head on in, and I'll grab another bottle. Do you like rosé at all?
Sure. Yeah. Whatever you have is fantastic.
I have a bottle of rosé chilling, and she gets up, and then the phone rings, and she's like, "I'll get that, and just I'll be right back. You enjoy the scenery."
Thank you so
and
much.
She goes inside, and you sort of hear her muffled voice as she talks to somebody quickly on the phone. And as she's inside you are sitting out there looking out onto her front porch, and you see the crows don't say sort of. You see crows alight on some of the nearby trees and start to gather, perhaps a little thicker than you're used to. But then again, you're more or less a city girl. You're not really used to this urban landscape or suburban landscape, rural landscape. How's that?
A landscape.
Why don't you give me a spot hidden, Samantha?
Okay. Coming out swinging.
Why don't you? And from here on out, guys, I'd like you to just call out what you rolled.
Okay.
And whether or not it is a success. I'm going to let you guys notify me of that.
Perfect. I needed a 76. I got an 8. That's an extreme, awesome, hard success. Rigid. I'm rigid.
So, Sam, even though you are not a country girl, country gal, you are starting to feel really at home here, and you notice that the sunset is probably, a couple hours away. It is May after all, but you do see like a darkening hue to the skyline that looks unnatural.
Does it look like a scarecrow?
No, it kind of looks like, there's a giant scarecrow in the sky. No, it appears to be possibly bad weather on the horizon since you rolled so well. Right now, it's still quite nice, but you do notice this discoloration in the sky. Okay. And then Betsy comes back out carrying a nice bottle of rosé.
Oh, that looks good.
In a bucket of ice. She's like, "Oh yeah, thank you. This is from a nearby farm up in Upper New York, and it's quite good. It's very dry. They ferment it in steel vats, so it doesn't have any kind of oaky characteristic to it. It's very refreshing, and I quite like it in springtime."
Nice.
Yes. So, shall I pour?
Yes, please.
All right. Do you need anything else?
No, I'm great.
All right. So she takes her seat and sort of. By the way, that was Mr. Porfoy back at the hotel. He just wanted to let you know that he did find Dan, your fiance, right?
Yes.
Yes. And he is he's with your father, and I guess your father's had a little too much to drink.
I was a little worried about that.
Yes, well, they put him to bed, and Dan may be joining us a little bit later.
Okay, that sounds good.
He didn't really say.
I'll probably stay another hour. I'll probably stay another hour. So if Dan doesn't show up, and then I'll head back, make sure everything's okay.
That's great. I would invite you for dinner, but I haven't been to the market yet, so I plan to eat indoors. So after this. I highly recommend the pork chop at the hotel. It's quite nice. Okay. And
sounds good.
The Pierre, is it Pierre the cook? Pierre the chef?
The podcast pork chops.
Podcast pork chops.
Pork chops are the best. So
I don't know if you've ever had them, but fish tacos are really good. I tried this one taco once. They had the taco on the inside of a fish.
That's the weirdest thing. I wonder what you call that. I don't know what you call that.
They call it pissing distance.
Well, Pierre Lapierre is one of the most renowned chefs in this neck of the woods, so to speak. And he
on the island.
Yes, exactly. He is from France, so he is, well trained in the art of culinary.
Very nice.
Make any loud noises, he'll raise a white flag and wave it back and forth.
He is a friend of Ned Tugent from England.
I'm assuming that's how he got the job.
Yes. Oink, oink. And his Pierre's wife is a lovely creature too. Although she is mute, she can't speak.
Oh, I did meet her. Yes.
Oh yeah, did you?
Yes.
Yeah, she was probably tending bar. She does
Mhm.
around this time of the day,
Yep.
until dinner time, anyway. So they have to rotate some of the staff members because of there's only so many people they can hire at any given time. This is sort of the beginning of the tourist season.
Okay.
That's why they can rent out hotel rooms so cheaply, and probably why there's so many people at the hotel currently. We're right on the cusp of the tourist season, so within a couple of weeks, it'll become really busy.
It'll be packed. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Exactly right. So.
Well, you have a beautiful home here. This is
Thank you.
fantastic. Great
Yes.
view. Quick question.
Mhm.
While you were in the house, I noticed all the crows. Is that normal? That's a lot of crows.
It is, but it's not terribly normal.
Okay.
And
I'm from the city, so we don't see crows ever.
Sure.
We have
sure.
pigeons, but
No,
crows.
it is slightly unusual, I would say. I don't remember seeing this many crows in one place. At least around here, they usually don't show up until August, which is kind of weird. That's when that we have a little bit more wildlife, and of course the crows like to go after the dead critters,
Right.
and the brush, and they won't keep away from the cranberry farms either. They end up eating quite a bit of that of their crop if they don't protect them properly.
Yeah, I just thought it was interesting. They're all gathering over there.
Mm-hmm.
Little creepy after your stories.
Exactly right. Super duper creepy.
Guess I'll walk back now. Hope there's no scarecrows.
Scarecrows. Let's see if there's anything else she wants to give you. I think you've pretty much milked her of the information that she has.
For her cheese?
You've milked her of her cheese.
Gross.
She has teats. So let's quickly go back to, before you pick up and leave her, why don't we switch back to Daniel and see what he's doing.
Okay.
Oh, Danny boy.
Yes.
Yes. So you get, with Dolph's help, you get chucked back to his room. He does seem to be fast asleep. You don't notice anything unusual about him. His pulse is strong. Mr. Purfoy does join you after a few minutes and lets you know, yes, I called Betsy's and left a note there. Left a message to I wasn't sure whether or not you'd be joining her, but
Thank you. I'll probably head down as soon as I know things are sound up
Excellent,
here
sir.
with Charles.
yes, no problem. And I did call around to the local doctor, and he said not to worry. There is no real interaction with Xanax and alcohol, so no worries there, sir.
That's a relief right there.
If you ask me, he just appears to be stone drunk.
Yeah.
Stoned and drunk?
I'd say let him sleep it off.
Yeah. I mean, I've been told that he liked to drink. I didn't know he liked it this much. So yeah, I get the feeling that he's going to be okay. I'm going to let him be, and I'm going to head on down to
Funky Town.
Betsy's and see if I can't salvage my relationship with my fiance.
All right. As you guys leave, Chuck begins to snore, and you close his hotel room door. Mr. Purfoy returns, chatting you up all along the way down to the through the elevator, and is opening the doors for you and punching buttons for you and making small talk and
Your favorite.
Yes.
Small talk.
I'm going to roll for small talk.
Roll for small talk.
Oh.
But Dolph has gone ahead. He's taken the stairs, and he's presumably gone back to the spa. So I assume you failed your small talk roll, unfortunately. So he is not very engaged with you, and quickly excuses himself and returns back to the front desk.
I never said I was good at small talk. I only have 5 in that.
And indeed, that proved true. All right, so you start trotting down the road.
It's not a horse. It's just two halves of a coconut I'm hanging together.
All right. So Daniel, you do notice that as you walk along that it's clearly getting closer to sunset here. Probably be dark in about an hour and a half maybe. And you notice that there's a bit of a bite in the air. It's not cold or anything, but obviously the warmth of the afternoon sun has dissipated, and there are a few more clouds in the sky. It's not quite as pristine as it was previously, and there's just a little bit of a chilly breeze kicking up.
Glad I'm wearing a jacket.
No, you're still in the towel. No.
And then I wake up in bed.
And then you wake up in bed.
I'm naked in front of my entire high school class.
And you make your way back over to Betsy's house, and Sam, you see Dan striding up towards the porch. Just as you finish up your glass of rosé.
Oh, Dan, nice of you to join us.
Yeah, there was a bit of a situation with your father.
Oh, we heard.
Yeah, I had him send a message. I just figured you'd like to know. He's sleeping it off in his room. We got him back up there. He's snoring like a rhinoceros.
I'm going to give Dan a hug and a kiss on the cheek. Thank you for taking care of him.
Oh, shucks.
Meanwhile,
At the Bat Cave.
Meanwhile, Betsy has, while you guys are smooching it up, has moved a chair over to form a little half semicircle, and is pouring another magical glass of rosé. She's indicating to Dan, please join us. Surely you have time. It's not dinner time. You can join us for one glass.
I think we got.
This is so relaxing.
Okay, I guess I shall join you for a glass.
Dan, join us.
Join us.
Look at that murder of crows. You see them over there?
That is a rather large murder.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very strange because Samantha is a little put off because the crows do appear to be maybe larger than normal.
40 feet.
Yeah.
Probably because of the steroids factory next door.
Oh, yeah.
Those crows are fucking jacked, man. Do not mess with them.
They're swole. That's the thing, right? You could say swole, right?
Hey,
not anymore, they don't.
Don't skip leg day.
No, but they just
we're
appear
the
to
fittest people in the world to be making these jokes.
No.
These are, Samantha isn't exactly the foremost expert on crows,
No.
but to her, they appear to be just kind of creepily large.
Quite a bit bigger than the pigeons in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Almost twice the size. It's strange.
Exactly.
Almost Raven-esque. Dun, dun, dun.
So, Dan, you have a seat, and Betsy kind of pats your leg, and she says, "How are you doing today?" So you took care of your father, or your future father-in-law, did you?
Hopefully, future father-in-law. He's still not too happy about me and Sam here being together. So,
Yeah, just give him time. Just give him time.
You're such a good boy. I'm sure he'll warm to you at some point.
I'm trying.
How's that wine?
Oh, this is incredible. Where'd you get this from?
This is from a friend of mine who has a farm up in upper state New York, and they basically get their grapevines. Sorry, I've had a couple. They get their grapevines from Germany.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And so they crossbreed some Pinot Noir with Chardonnay, and they come up with this excellent tasting blush or rosé, you call it, and it's very good.
It's definitely something that I enjoy. I'm not much of a wine person either. I'm more beer, but I mean, this is great.
Look out, a scarecrow!
Why is he being followed by a tin man, a lion, and a small girl?
Oh,
And a yippy dog.
Close.
yippee freaking dog. And Betsy's like, yeah, it's and it goes really well with this cheese, and I get the cheese from downstate, so it's really local first,
A taste of New York.
farm fresh.
Get out of the road,
Farm
you
to table.
asshole.
Oh.
So what brings you here, Dan? I know you're accompanying Sam and Charles, but how are you enjoying this island so far?
It's great. It's nice to be away from the job. I mean, I run security over at Arkham University.
And how do you like that?
It's great. I mean, I'm not stuck in a cubicle all day. I can up and walk around. If I need to stretch my legs, I get access to, all the fun little vehicles we have in security, golf carts, segways, stuff like that. It was great. We have Segway races when the students aren't around. It's a good time.
Sounds kind of exhausting.
Yeah. It's a lot of work. So I guess it's nice to have somewhere where I'm not, having 5 people pulling me in 5 different directions because, someone hit someone here or someone graffitied a wall there.
Well, I'm sorry that you were accosted by, Carl's antics, talking about the ancient Indian burial ground and all that kind of stuff.
Any of that stuff true?
For believing, but
it's none of that's true. None of that's true. It's baloney. I mean, weird stuff happens, and obviously we can't deny the murder as much as we'd like to. No, but it's it's every
this
place.
is not the murder you're looking for.
Every place has their sort of no. Every place has its history and its rumors and legends, and this is no different.
Yeah.
Someone dies, and they need to come up with some superstitious, supernatural excuse to explain away something that can't be explained and was never solved.
You want to talk legends? I got a good buddy of mine who's a professor in the social history department back at Arkham who has some really creepy ghost tales about that place.
Ooh, is he single?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. I have had a couple glasses.
It's okay.
I will hear nothing more.
I get a little randy.
Oh, Randy's coming over?
Yeah, Randy will be here any minute. Where is he? Bastard. Well,
probably recording a new Lord single. Oh.
Well, look at that. That's the bottle's empty. Here's cheers to the last gasp of the bottle.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Chink. And she slugs down the last of it, and she takes one big long sigh. And at that very moment, a rumble of thunder sounds in the distance.
Oh, excuse me.
And the crows all take off from the tree and fly away. Crows don't sound like that. Don't be silly. You're being silly.
Well, Daddy, I think that might be our cue.
Yeah.
And Betsy stands up, sort of wobbles slightly, and is like, well, you guys don't be a stranger. Come on by. It looks like we're probably going to get some weather here shortly, so hopefully it'll go by, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'd love to.
You should come up for breakfast if you're up for it.
Absolutely. I do come up for coffee every morning, so hopefully I'll see you there.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Well, you folks have a good night, and I hope your father's feeling better. Yes.
Thank you so much. I give her a big hug.
All right. Well,
maybe hold it a second too long.
All right. Good to see you. Good night.
Thank you.
Betsy.
Thanks for the wine. We'll definitely be back.
Cool. And she starts to clean up a little bit and move things into the house and shuts the front door. You're on the porch.
Shut the front door.
Shut the front door.
All right, we are going to head back. You ready to go get some food, Dan?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm starving.
All that wine on an empty stomach. Whew, I'm lit.
You are lit and
F, yo.
Oh.
And you're lit and swole.
Late day.
You are on fleek.
All right, how far is it back?
Let's see how many of these in statements we can make uncool in a single night.
How far is it back to the contented cow?
It's like a 10-minute walk.
Yeah.
Carry me.
Pick her up, sling her over my shoulder, and just
Did you
There
say
you go.
pig her up, you bitch?
Matt, we call that doing a dolph.
Oh.
I'm gonna dolpher. Oh,
Dolpher, good.
All right, well, let's get back before the storm hits.
yeah. I do not want to be out here in the rain.
Yeah. So
Although maybe if it does rain, it'll melt whatever wicked witch is haunting this place. That works. That's how that works, right?
What? We'll say what? Purple rain.
No, this is
Purple
chocolate rain. There's a difference.
Hey, Dan, do you think we have time to check out that Farmex place on our way back?
Yeah. I mean,
Let's sneak up there real quick. We'll just take a peek and then we'll run back. I'm hungry, so I don't want to.
You want to
waste
ring
too
the
much
doorbell
time.
while you're at it?
Uh-huh.
Ding dong.
Oh. If that's gonna make you happy,
All right. All right. I'm going to just mosey on up there.
It's an audio podcast.
I grab his hand and we kind of playfully run up towards the Farmex location.
I really shouldn't be running. I haven't stretched.
Fiancee and fiance.
Nice. All right, so you guys prance on up to the road leading to Farmex, where you know that is located, and you see an impressive-looking but very industrial design building. This looks nothing like the farmhouses that you saw previously at HW Industries, and even the Cranberry Farms. Clearly, it was a refurbished farmhouse. But the Farmex building is much more industrial. It doesn't look like it's meant to be integrated at all with the surroundings. It stands out like a sore thumb at this point. So it is concrete and steel, and it is dark right now. There are no cars in the driveway or anything like that.
Guys, this is an audio podcast. I'd just like to
it's
remind you.
There's an electronic keypad outside. You do see that there is, again, a few cameras mounted, and that's what you see.
What do you think the
it's
chances
out of
are?
place. Isn't that weird?
I mean,
Hold on,
with
I
all
wanna
the rustic and rural stuff around here, you wonder why they would put something so industrial. It kind of ruins
Yeah.
the landscape,
Well, it's a little strange. The other place we visited, what was it? The H
H
Industries
something.
or-
Yeah. At least theirs looked kind of normal from the outside. This one's
Right.
like someone.
They didn't even try.
Yeah, someone picked up a factory and just kind of dropped it.
Who's strong enough to do that?
And just to be clear, it's not a monstrous building by any stretch of the imagination. It kind of looks like just some random office building plopped here, perhaps with a bit more design, but very stark.
Huh.
Tony Stark.
Yes,
Yep.
Tony,
Oh my
Tony
God.
Stark.
I
Yes.
knew it.
At least that's what you see as you approach the building.
Are there any lights on? Do you see any lights, Dan?
Looks dark to me. Nothing in the driveway, but we do have to be mindful there are cameras.
True. Should we ding dong ditch him? How many people do you think come up here, like on their break, on their summer vacation, staying at the Contented Cow? I'm sure they get tons of people bothering them.
Yeah,
Wouldn't you think?
maybe. I mean, it's not like there are any signs that explicitly are telling us to go away or stay
True.
away or not
I
trespass.
think they want us to break in.
Maybe we won't have to. What are the odds that the code to the front door is 1, 2, 3, 4?
What are
The
the odds?
nuclear codes. All right, should we get going? I just was curious.
Yeah, thunder sounds like it's getting a little closer.
Holy crap.
All right,
Where'd you get the shotgun from?
let's head back.
Okay. Only if we frolic in the same manner in which we came here.
I said, I bet you can't catch me, and I took off running.
You do know I was in the army, right? This is what we did. Okay.
Can't hear you way back there.
Take off after her.
All right, you guys reached the Contented Cow with no issues?
Well,
I want issues.
After that, you get inside and
What?
sitting.
Wait a minute. Repeat all of that. After that, you get the inside.
We want to grab some dinner, or we want to go
Yes.
check up on your dad first.
You know what? He's a grown-ass man. Let him sleep.
Ass man.
Very mature, Dan.
I'm not the
let's
one
get
who
some
wanted
food. I'm going to get the
ding-dong
pork
bitch
chops.
Pharmacy company.
Yep, we're going to go into the bar area and order dinner.
All right. So you are met by a young lady. Maybe she ain't that young.
93.
Yeah. Let me find my NPCs here. Let me just rephrase or
What
resize
the
this
hell?
slightly. Boop. Okay, yeah. So you've already met Wilma once, and that's who waits on you again. Hi, honeys. How you doing?
Good. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing just fine. What can I get y'all?
I'm going to have your pork chop dinner
Oh,
podcast. Pork chops.
it's really good this time of year. Them porks are so nice and tender.
You know what?
Cut me up on raw.
Well, a little pink ain't no big deal.
I think this is a family podcast.
The fuck it is. Oh, shit. Damn, bitch.
Yeah, that sounds great to me. What's that come with?
We have some mashed potatoes.
Mm.
Oh yeah, he puts in a whole stick of butter.
Mm. Any garlic in them potatoes?
No garlic. No ma'am.
Oh.
No ma'am.
Good, I'm
No
allergic.
garlic. And right now we have some fried zucchini blossoms.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Let's do that.
Yeah, does that sound good to you? How about you, sir?
You know what? I'm feeling adventurous. Why don't
Yes,
you
you are.
surprise me?
She squeezes you. Yes, you are.
Why don't you surprise me with something? I'm in the mood for something new.
Well. You just opened that door, honey.
I put my arm on Danny's arm. Across the table. Should we ask her?
Ryan, the family podcast.
Oh my gosh. Oh lordy. Keep in mind that Wilma is how old is she? She's pretty old.
So, people are people, man.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I don't know why I thought that. So yeah, she's like, yeah, you got it, sir. I'm sure Pierre will whip something up that'll knock your socks off. I don't know why I'm like Southern 1 minute and Cajun the next. Don't make no sense.
Oh, dear mountain, come down here.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing. All right, then I'll be right back. Y'all just sit right here.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere. I'm too hungry.
No, yeah, Wilma's 61 years old. FYI.
Oh,
61.
Grandma.
Shit. All right. So out comes just a beautiful dinner, and the pork is done perfectly. It has been slightly smoked.
Smoky is bad.
And it's been cooked to just the right temperature where there's a little bit of pink blood towards the bone. And it's just so juicy. Delicious. And so for Dan, he gets to enjoy a crawdad boil.
Ooh.
Almost like an étouffée kind of thing. And so it's essentially a half a cob of corn and about 6 very big crawdads and some potatoes and a little bit of Old Bay seasoning, a special dip on the side, and lots of butter.
Welcome to the Cooking Podcast. Tonight on our podcast, we're going to be talking about crawdads.
And I only have one question for Dan. Does he suck the head?
Well, duh. What else do you do when you're eating those?
Dolph, no.
All right. So Dan takes in his very practiced method, uses two hands and torques the tail until the flesh comes out of the carapace of the tail. And so now he's got a nice little thing. He dips that into the Old Bay, pops that into his mouth. And as he's chewing, he takes the stump of the head and sucks on it until the eyes start rolling back into the head of the crawdad. And his mouth is filled with something that tastes like spicy seasoning and poop.
You said poop.
Poop. And that's what sucking the head is on a crawdad.
Sounds great.
Oh yeah.
Love
But
poop.
it's exceptional. It's very good.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite nice. And then you got your potatoes and corn to sort of sop up the rest of the seasoning and the juice and all that good junk. And you get the meal proceeds nicely. You see some other folks come and go, and for dinner. There is, I don't think you've met a whole lot of folks, but there is a family of four who comes in, a mother, father with two kids that are slightly older, and I can share those with you real quick since you show it to players. I think that'll do it. Let's see if that works. Yep.
Hey.
Yeah.
You guys sold me a mattress once.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm sharing a bunch of guests here with you, people who come in for dinner, and you just sort of, and of course you don't know their names, even though you're seeing their names. So you
You mean
all
Pamela
do?
Jacobs?
They all do?
yeah, yes, they all do. And okay, so so I'm just sharing some random guests with you, so you can. You
Damn,
can see
Daniel.
those as you go by.
What? You talking to me?
I think that's
Why
all
are they
we
all
want.
looking at us like that?
Kind of
Yeah.
creepy.
I like it.
Yeah. So yeah, these are just some random guests who have come in for dinner while you guys are at dinner. And admittedly, your dinner is probably a little earlier than, well, maybe not though, because this is New Hampshire.
7:30. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't the east or west coast kind of, where you eat dinner at like 8 or 9 o'clock. So yeah, that's who you guys see. Just wander into, and so that's it. So your dinner proceeds normally, and you finish up, and then Wilma comes back and cleans the plates, and she's like, "Can I get you all some mint cheesecake? We have it fresh."
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, we do. It's spearmint too. We don't mess with too much of that peppermint. A little
That
strong,
sounds
in my
great.
opinion. Those
I'll take a
spearmint.
piece.
I will
So-
take one. Wow.
2 pieces of mint cheesecake coming right up. And she brings it out, and it's got like a little pipette of whipped cream on top. Samantha takes
Tastes like poop.
nice big bite, and
Supposed to, right?
as it melts in your mouth, you hear another rumble of thunder getting closer.
Sorry. Oh.
Damn, crawdad.
Do you guys smell that? It smells like poop.
Poop makes poop.
It smells like Old Bay and poop.
Oh,
That is now the name of this podcast. I'm sorry.
Just take some of that there, Danny, and rub it on my lips, Bill.
yes.
All right. And you guys polish off the mint cheesecake. It's quite delicious, and she clears your plates and brings you the bill.
Oh, I left I gotta run to the car real quick.
No, you can charge it to your room. So.
All right, let's charge it.
Yeah, you can charge it.
We don't have to pay that back, right? Wait a minute.
What's next, Dan? What should we do?
I I mean, it sounds like it's gonna storm soon, so we can't exactly go outside.
Well, we could. We could sit on the porch and watch the rain start. Be kind of romantic.
Yeah, that sounds great. I wonder if we can get a couple of cups of coffee out there.
I'm sure we could. We can get anything we want.
I would like $1 million, please.
Woman comes back up to collect the bill.
Hey,
Or
can
collect
we
your
get
card.
a couple cups of coffee and take them out on the...
Why, sure, hon. I
On the
can make
porch?
that happen. What would you like? Just straight up coffee, Americano, espresso, cappuccino, latte?
Wow. Just coffee for me is fine.
Yeah, I'm just
You sir?
straight up black coffee, please.
All right. No cream, no sugar?
Nope.
I'll have cream and sugar in mine, please.
All right. All right. Do you like brown sugar?
Oh, yes, I do.
It's a family podcast.
Not anymore.
All right. Yeah, now we've gone off the rails. Yeah, no problem, honey. I'll bring it right over. If you want, you can just sit out on the veranda there. Veranda's
Sounds
a good
good.
word. I like veranda.
It is a great word. You Southern Cajun.
And she brings over 2 cups of coffee and a little bit of stuff to put in it.
Oh,
A little bit. Some
Okay.
stuff.
Oh,
She rubs her on her gums and
it's a brown sugar right there.
yes,
That's tar sugar.
mm.
Oh, it was a cube. Ow.
And she's like, "Well, you folks have a good night. Well, hopefully we'll
Thank
see
you.
you in the
You
morning.
too.
Thank you very
You've
much.
been fantastic.
No problem.
Good night.
Good night.
See you later.
Adios. Ciao.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. Buona suerte.
Bye.
are we gonna go out on the?
Yeah, we're out there already. She brought it to us. Pay attention, Dan. God, you drunk?
It's just
Did you get a massage naked?
No.
Did you get rubbed out the wrong way?
Is there a wrong way?
Is there a bad way to rub one out? Come on, Tilly, come on, think about it.
Definitely not a kids podcast.
All right, now so you guys are sitting out there on the veranda
Mm-hmm.
and watching as indeed the clouds are rolling in much heavier. It's probably around getting dang close to 8 o'clock, so there's very little light left. You can just see enough in the sky to know that, yeah, it's a joy scarecrow. It's actually a float from Macy's Day Parade. So it is. It's going to be a humdinger of a storm. If that's by any indication, it's like just really black, impenetrable clouds. You can now see in the distance, sort of that cool electrical lighting or lightning, sort of just flashes, like flashes that don't stop, that are deep in the clouds. You never see anything that's sort of coming out of it, but it's all sort of inside.
So you're saying this storm is swole AF?
It is. I don't know what that means, but yeah. So it rolls in, and how much do you guys stay out there?
Till our coffee's done.
Okay, so 15 minutes maybe. 15 minutes. As you take your last sip of coffee, which is quite good, by the way. They obviously don't skimp on the beans, and you can tell it's fresh ground. You do get like just that sudden blast of cold air hits you in the face, and then you feel like even before it comes, you can see a march of rain coming at you from down the landscape.
I can see it.
And you can hear it too. It just starts as a slow susurration of sound.
It's gotten a wee bit nipply out here, don't you think?
Should we go in?
Yeah, I think it's time to head back in.
All right, let's do it. Smash the coffee cups on the ground.
Oh,
I'm done with this bitch. I'm done.
Here's your tip.
I got your tip.
I'll show you my tip. Oh,
Oh, ow.
Yeah.
And of course, the bar is still open. You guys can do whatever you want.
You want to go get a nightcap at 8 o'clock? Let's go get a nightcap, yeah?
What are we? 60?
Not yet.
Oh.
Not yet.
Maybe if we hurry, we can get you the special down at Denny's. I'm up for a drink. I mean, we've kind of been drinking all day.
Might as well keep it going, baby.
We could, or we could go see what's happening at the spa. Maybe get a romantic couples massage.
Ooh.
Really big guy there goes by the name of Dolph. I mean, it's worth a look. If not, there's a hot tub.
I thought you said that your original masseuse called in sick.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna. Oh, in case you were wondering, that's where I was. I may or may not have fallen asleep.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but that man has magic fingers.
That's okay. Most men do.
Oh.
He's a magic man.
Dan, I said most.
Oh. I mean, we can go see if they're open. If not, we can always go relax in the hot tub.
Oh, let's do that instead.
Okay.
That sounds perfect. After a full day of drinking, I'd love to sit in hot water. Shit, let's go get our suits on.
Okay.
Shit, let's go get our suits on.
Come back out in the tuxedo.
We should
Wrong
have
kind of
shotguns
suit.
for this shit. We're going to go up to the room and get our suits on.
Okay, you do?
So, I just got this new tuxedo. What do you think?
Nice. I like it.
Thank you.
I
I,
did
don't
too.
know why I'm wearing it into a hot tub, but
It's my hot tubs tux machine. What?
All right, let's go get in the hot tub.
All right. Yep. So the hot tub is annexed off the pool. It is very nice. There's nobody in there right now. There is the young lady who you spotted at the restaurant. She is swimming in the pool. But the hot tub is far enough away from the pool that you don't feel like you're, you have some privacy.
Should I stop staring or do my eyes look natural, Dan?
this is a nice way to round out a day, don't you think?
This is perfect. This has been a very relaxing day. It's good to have Dad back. I'm worried about him, but it's good to have him back.
Yeah. We're going to have to talk to him about his drinking when he wakes up, though.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. And don't worry, Dan. He'll come around. It'll just take some time.
I'm hoping.
Time is on my side.
I hold
Where's
Dan's
that
head
music
under the water
coming
for
from?
singing.
It's on a loudspeaker. You
Oh.
can hear it. Yeah,
It's right by my ear.
it's very soft. It's very soft in your ear.
You going to get back under the water and start blowing for those bubbles? Or
There's no monkey here.
Oh. Daddy goes, oops, I dropped a quarter. You gonna get it?
I dropped my contact lens. You want to go down and get it? Oh.
Okay, pervert. We'll sit in there for about 45 minutes or so, and then
Wow.
yeah, it's relaxing.
Yeesh.
I'm pickled.
Pickly.
No,
So
that's
yeah,
what the kegs are for. Oh.
it's actually very nice. You believe that they're using some sort of mineralized water in the hot tub.
Firemex.
There's something there. It's probably some additive,
Steroids. Oh.
but it's very relaxing. And there's fresh towels there for you for when you want to get out. And of course, you can after maybe about 15 minutes, the young lady departs the pool, and now you guys are completely alone in the pool area. And you can see that there is a skylight overhead, and it is starting to rain very heavy now.
Yeah.
But it's kind of
Heavy.
relaxing. It's kind of, even though, you can see like there's some bright flashes of light and loud peals of thunder, it's still kind of relaxing in a way.
I'm going to scoot over and cuddle up next to Dan in the hot tub.
Handy.
No, he's not very handy. He can't even put up a bookshelf.
Hey,
Right.
I'm working on it.
No,
Yourself?
I meant Carl the handyman came through and
Oh, okay.
just like tightened up some things for the pool, and
Pickles!
changed the
Oh,
filter, and that kind of thing. It's and he kind of waves at you a little bit, and then shuffles off back towards the lobby area.
Well, what do you think, Dan? Should we head up?
I'd say it's
It's been a long day.
yeah. Might want to rinse off before we head to bed.
Whoa. I told you I'd try it once.
And there are little showers where you can rinse off here in the pool area if you want to.
Okay.
But otherwise, you don't really have a big need to do that. So, all right. So you guys are feeling
Day in the life of a vacation goer. That's our podcast.
You guys are feeling extremely comfortable and shuffle back to your room. Would you like to do anything before you go to sleep?
I'm gonna get my pajamas on and walk down and knock on Dad's door.
There's no answer.
I'm gonna use my spare key.
Okay, use your spare key.
And just check in on him. Make sure
He's
okay.
fast asleep on the bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tuck him in.
All right. Nice.
Give him a kiss on his forehead.
Okay.
Stab him in his eye.
Take out his kidneys.
Hold his eye open. Are you awake?
Stick him in a bathtub full of ice.
I'm gonna get a glass of ice water and set it on his nightstand and then leave.
Nice. Very cool. Okay. So you're back in the room with Dan, and is that it?
Gonna lay down
that's
in
not
bed
it.
and turn on the TV and see what's
That's it.
happening with the news.
Dan, shut that TV off.
But oh,
This is the first time in a long time that I felt at peace.
there's this Donald Trump guy, and he thinks he can be president.
Well, there goes that. Good night. Have fun watching TV by yourself.
Okay.
Dumbass. I invite Dan into the bed.
Ooh. All right. We'll fade the scene there. I think that's good enough.
Mm-hmm.
So the evening wears on, as it will with you folks.
Creak your chair.
All right. And as you sleep, you are tossing and turning here and there because the storm does intensify. But you've had a pretty busy day and a couple drinks here and there, so you don't really come awake. There is, like I said, loud thunder, flashes of lightning, and I went ahead and just shared a little picture with you.
Oh, cool.
Just a fun little picture I found online.
Lightning through the sky.
And then that's pretty much it. And you wake up in the morning, Chuck, to a pounding on your door. Mr. Blaine? Mr. Blaine?
What do you want?
You wake up and see that there's a glass of water on your bedstand, and someone keeps tapping at your door pretty loudly.
What do you want? I'm not going to answer it. I just want to keep yelling.
Well, your voice is like barely a whisper. It's sort of croaky and dry.
Fine, I'll look through the peephole.
You see a stout lady, and
She's made of Guinness.
she's made of Guinness. No. She's, I believe you met her yesterday. And if I could find, Carol Burt.
It doesn't ring a bell.
It's the, I think you guys all bumped into her at the same time, didn't you?
The hiker.
I don't
Yes, the
think I met
hiker.
her.
Okay. So Carol Burt is a,
Oh yeah, here she is.
yeah,
She's in
you guys
the
got
guest section of your journal if you want to look at her.
Yeah. So it's a stout-looking woman. She looks like she's a little on the manly side. Heavy set.
She's butch.
Yeah, okay. Butch is a good word, I guess. So she's slightly heavy set, and she's dressed kind of ruggedly. She has a plaid shirt on, and she's banging at the door.
Go away.
Mr. Blaine? Mr. Blaine, is that you?
What?
It's Carol Burt. I'm with the Miami Police Department. Could you open the door, please?
This is not Miami, so no.
I need your help.
With what?
There's a situation downstairs.
What kind of situation?
If you let me in, I could tell you.
Fine. I'll let her
Oh my
in.
God, put pants on.
She's like, thank you very much. Okay, and she sort of closes the door behind her. She's like, we have a little bit of a situation here. One of the guests has been murdered, and I noticed you guys came in yesterday, and I'm aware of your work with the university, and I thought, you're the one of the nicest guys that I know. I mean, I know you, and I know your work, so I thought you'd be the first person I would check with to see if you could help me. I don't know anybody
If you knew
else
me,
here.
you'd know I'm not the nicest person you know.
Well, I've heard things, but actually, before your coma and all that nonsense, you were a very nice person. It's not entirely true. That's just what I've heard. And I met your daughter yesterday. She seemed very nice.
I don't know about this. Why don't you just talk to the police?
Well,
You
am
are
the
the
police,
police.
and we have even worse problems than that. We can't get any kind of signal out. The storm, it's still going on.
All right. I guess I'll go take a look.
Okay. And so she takes you downstairs to a room and has her way with you. No. And she, she sort of takes you down the stairwell to the first floor, and she leads you to a room. And I have to find another room number real quick here. There we go.
Just walk up and it just says a room on the door.
Here is a room. Welcome.
Where are you? We are in a room.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hey, Mark.
Oh,
Hey, Mark. Oh, yeah.
didn't do it.
Uh,
Oh, hi, Mark.
Right. Exactly right. Okay, so she takes you to room 108, and you see it well in advance because Mr. Purfoy is standing outside, and he looks to be rather disheveled and with a sort of panicky look in his eyes. And as he sees Carol Burt, he sort of nods, and he steps aside to let you guys into the room. And let me find that. Bing, boom, boom. Saturday. So, inside the room, it's a very nondescript sort of run-of-the-mill room. This is no suite. It's much worse than yours. Probably where, the same kind that Dan and Sam are staying in. But still quite nice. And there is a window open with the curtain flapping in the breeze. The floor is all wet as the rain continues to pound outside. And there is a man face down on the floor in the hallway about halfway from the bedroom to the door. And you can see that his face is black.
You're racist.
Oh, sorry. It blackened, I should say. It's purplish black.
Ooh.
How's that? And Carol's like, so what do you think?
I have no idea.
Well, let's take a closer look. And she beckons you over towards the body. And she's like, do you see that? And she points towards his neck. And why don't you give me a spot hidden?
That appears to be his head.
It's his head!
Ah, run away!
All right. So, George, go ahead and tell me what you roll, and if it's a success or not.
54 needed 66.
It's the other way around, buddy.
Oh, there we go. 66 needed 54.
So that's a failure. You're not quite sure what she's pointing at. He looks like he is dead, clearly, but you're not
Better
quite
push the
sure why.
roll.
He- so she's
You
like,
could spend 12 points
she's
of
like-
luck if you're really feeling not
I
lucky.
could push
later
the
on.
roll.
and she sort of reaches down and pulls a little piece of what looks like straw from the back of his neck.
That appears to be straw.
Hey,
Wait, what's up?
Yes, I think so too. Why would this be here? This doesn't make any sense.
This is a very strange type of autoerotic asphyxiation for farmers.
If that were the case, where's the murder weapon or the suicide weapon? I don't see anything. I mean,
Good
there's
point.
no anything.
Well, I think, remember that episode of that show, probably Mythbusters, where they launched like a straw through wood or something at 700 miles an hour?
Yes.
So
Mhm.
the
I did see
window
that.
must have been opened. The storm picked up straw and shot it through his neck, killing him. It's the only option.
Huh. Well, I mean, clearly he's strangled. His face is all purple black.
No, nope, that doesn't fit my my thesis. So that can't be it.
Your feces?
Ew.
Oh, that's
if
just
only he had some other people to talk to about this who could also help him look at things.
well. Let's test your theory. Let's take a peek and see if what it looks like outside the window.
Oh, see, there's a hay factory right next door,
oh, that
and then a
explains.
fan factory next door to that.
Whoa, hold on. You said it was straw, and you're looking at a hay factory. These are irresolvable differences.
No, that's
Make
the
up your
factory that produces people saying, "Hey." The straw
Oh.
factory is next door.
Okay, thank you for clearing that up. I was mildly confused for a second there.
Are they silly straws or?
Those are curly. No, they have curly straws, bendy straws, straight straws.
No, they actually only manufacture those icy straws with a little spoon on the end.
Oh,
That's what took him out.
I love it. So Carol motions you towards the window. Do you see anything weird here?
Looks like a window. They're usually used to see things outside.
Okay. Okay, so go ahead and give me a spot hidden.
Push the roll.
Oh shit, you did too.
and
You did.
Okay,
It
so
works.
what did you
I
roll
needed
first
a
time?
54, got an 86, so I pushed the roll and got a 12.
All right, so the push is successful.
That's right, bitches.
So you notice a couple things. You notice that there are muddy footprints on the floor leading to and from the window. You notice that on the ground, in the wet, and you notice that the window has been completely smashed in, and there are bits of straw on the windowsill.
I had to spot hidden to see a fucking window was broken.
No, that was a bonus, but the straw embedded sort of in the broken glass.
Well, new theory. A walking hay bale with a thirst for blood.
Sort of like
wouldn't
tree
it be a
veg,
straw
but-
bale?
No, he uses straw as his weapon, but he is made of hay.
Okay.
At
I
this
don't know why you're
point,
having so much trouble with this.
there some people have started to gather out in the hallway. Mr. Purfoy is trying to.
Are
keep
any of them
at bay.
made of hay?
No, but two
Just
are
say
made of
that.
straw.
The criminal always returns to the scene of the crime.
Ooh.
No, but your daughter and your future son-in-law are upstairs making hay. That's an old-timey
Ooh.
expression.
Oh, real
Sorry.
old timey. Welcome to Hee Haw.
That's not that old timey. I have at least 3 country songs on my phone that say that phrase.
Mike and High. So more people are sort of gathering there, and before you know it, Chuck, a little boy comes up and tugs on your pant leg.
What?
And
God.
he says, I just shared him with you. He said, I was scared by the thunder and I looked out the window. I saw the scarecrow.
Scarecrow?
Yeah, he was right out there, and he points at the window. And then a young lady comes up and says, if I know his name, that'd be nice. Where is it? Billy, come here. And she comes up and grabs him and yanks him back. She's like looking shocked at the dead body on the floor, which her little boy didn't even recognize or pay attention to.
Wait a minute. What did you see?
Bink. I guess I had 2 different pictures of that stupid kid. Sorry. Shut up, Blair's. And she...
I'm no detective, but I don't think that's the same kid.
So I shared Billy Barnes and Tammy Barnes with you. I shouldn't have shared that first one. Sorry. I sort of made that up at a different time. Anyways, so Tammy Barnes, the mother, sort of whirls back and keeps Billy behind her. She's like, you leave him alone. He's a little boy.
Oh, good God. Go fuck yourself.
And she departs the room quickly.
Good.
Dragging her kid along with her.
All right.
Carol's like, boy, she's got a string up her butt, doesn't she?
That's disgusting.
Maybe she's
Carol.
got some straw up her butt. Oh.
I'm a man of
You
education.
She got a straw up her butt. Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. So what do you think of all this?
I think that it's too early to deal with this shit. I have no idea. Straw.
Well, I'm thinking maybe we should. I mean, we're gonna have to try to reach the authorities, but my phone's out, the front desk is out, the internet's out. The storm is crazy.
Should probably go find them all
What
and
about the
bring them
bridge?
back.
I don't know. We just discovered this guy.
Well, God, that seems like a perfectly reasonable thing to do. Send someone to go get help.
I think you're right. Do you know anybody we should send? Who's reliable?
Well, there's one reliable person here, but I want them here. I know a dumbass who could go.
Oh.
Okay, well, I'll let you handle that, and I'm going to start taking some statements from other people. See if they heard anybody in the neighboring rooms.
All right. I don't care. To room 209.
Still drunk. I knew it.
209.
201. Oh, we're in 209, yeah.
Yep. 209.
And then I knock.
Whoa.
Pound on the door.
Yes?
Come here.
Dad? I rushed to the
No.
door. With
Who's
the
that?
door open.
I need your help.
Rude.
And I need that idiot to do something too.
Dan, get up. Put your pants on.
Oh. But it's Saturday.
No,
I
those are
don't-
my pants. Put your pants on.
Okay. To hop up out of the bed and swiftly put on a pair of pants.
What's going on, Dad?
Oops. We have to take a look at something, and Dan, you have to go to town.
What's slow down. What's happening?
Come with me.
Dan, get
All right.
dressed, and I'm gonna go with Dad to see what's going on.
Where do I need to meet you guys?
And just meet us in the lobby.
Okay. Give me 2 minutes and I'll be down.
Okay, I'm timing you. Okay, Google, set a timer for 2 minutes. So
Okay.
I'm gonna walk to the elevator with Dad. What is happening? Just tell me what's happening.
Just come on. I'm tired. I don't feel good. I don't want to deal with this stuff. So just,
Did you take your pill?
did you take yours?
Oh, every day, baby.
Good.
It's a chill pill.
You only need it 21 days out of 28, but
Oh, shit. That's why I have an extra arm.
all right.
Barmack.
So we get to 108. So this is a body.
Okay,
Yeah.
what is going on for the 900th time?
This
And
is a
Sam
body.
just lost 2 sanity points.
This body is dead. And
What
it's got-
happened here?
It's got straw in its neck.
Oh my God,
And
just
someone-
like the stories.
Someone broke in, and there's straw in the broken window. And we need to get that dumbass to town because none of that communication stuff works.
The manager?
No, you're a dumbass.
I need to go? Why are you calling me names?
Daniel.
Oh, you want to send Dan to town?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Far away town would be good. Boston might work.
Hey,
No,
just
straw.
focus on what's going on. Why did they pull you into this?
Because apparently I just don't have enough suffering in my life and I need more.
So somebody killed this person?
That would appear to be so.
I'm a little freaked out, Dad.
Well, yeah, that's life. But you're
Or
smart.
the lack of.
Da-dunch.
Who just threw those 2 cymbals and a drum out of the floor, out of the window upstairs?
It was the murderer.
Murderer. So what's next? How can I help?
Well, I don't even know where to start. It's straw.
But there's footprints.
Yeah,
Is
but
there-
once you get outside, the rain's going to wash everything away. So
Right.
all we really know is the foot went from the window to there and then back out.
So they came in through the window. So at least we know that they weren't in the
Well-
hotel.
Yeah, that's why the window's broken.
We are on a small island, so they couldn't have gone far.
Well, the rivers on this around this island are like 12 feet long. So
Yeah, 12 foot wide.
No, 12 feet long.
Oh,
yeah, and like
Oh, on the
500
map,
feet
I
wide.
see.
You can just walk around really easy.
So I guess we can go look around the property.
Okay. Do I need to bring anything?
No, but let's go send Dan on his way.
Okay, let's go to the lobby and let him know.
Hey, I see there's kind of a commotion going on. What's happening?
Dan, I call him over quietly. Come here.
What? Why are all these people? Oh,
Quiet.
sorry.
Somebody was murdered. We need you to go to town and get the authorities. None of the phones are working.
None? Internet's out.
Correct. Every
Cell phones? Wow.
Yep. Cell tower must have been hit by lightning or something.
Yeah.
Are you think you can do that?
It's going to be
We'll leave Dad here.
yeah, probably not a good idea.
Just please be safe.
Okay. Is Purfoy around anywhere?
Yes, he's fielding questions from the front desk now at this point.
Okay. I'm going to walk up to the front desk and say, excuse me, Mr. Purfoy, do you
Yes.
by chance
sir.
have a golf cart or any kind of small vehicle I could use to get to town?
No, town's many miles away, sir. And it's very pouring out there. The storm looks like it's here to stay for a while.
Are the valet guys around?
Yes, of course. Would you like your car pulled around?
Yeah. I'm apparently going to have to make a run to town here.
Okay, yes, no problem.
You have a tricycle.
Freddie. And he calls over Freddie, who I think you've met. Freddie, yep, Freddie shared with you. And he comes over, he's like, yes, what can I help you with? What room?
Room 209.
Oh, yeah, okay, I'll be right back. And he rushes out into the rain. He's wearing a heavy-duty coat, rain slicker, and he rushes out.
Ask him why he's still valeting after inventing Facebook.
That's awesome.
And joining some Illuminati-like magicians cults.
Not magicians,
And
magicians.
surfing on some precious metals.
All right. And so after a few minutes, you see your car pull up, and it is just pouring buckets outside. It is even though it is about 8:30 in the morning, Daniel, it is like pitch black outside.
Okay. I'm going to run out to the car. Thanks a lot, Freddie. And wish me luck. Looks like I'm going to need it in this weather.
All right. Okay, let's go
If I
ahead.
don't make it back alive, let my family know that it's their fault. My drive auto skill is only 20.
It's a
I'm sure
hole.
okay, yeah, your skill is only 20. All right, so you hop into the car, get soaked. There is no overhang or anything. It's just the front sort of driveway. You hop in, you're dripping wet, and the car is running. It's nice and warm, and you head on out towards the bridge. Let's get back quickly to Sam.
Yes.
Yes, what are you doing?
I'm going back to Dad and letting him know Dan's on his way. He's in the car. He's heading now to get the authorities. What should we do?
Well, I guess we should just walk around the property. See if anything jumps out at us.
Okay, let me check
Literally.
at the front desk and see if they've got any umbrellas for us since it's raining.
Okay.
I'm going to go up and talk to the manager and say, do you have a couple
Yes,
umbrellas
yes,
we could
yeah.
use real quick?
Yes, but I don't think they'd last very long out in that weather. We do have some rain slickers.
Oh, are they like city slickers?
They are, but they're bright yellow.
Okay, sounds great. We'll take two, please.
Yeah, okay, no
Can
problem.
we charge those to your room?
No, they're here for your use whenever you need them.
Perfect. Okay, I grab them, run them back
Yes.
over to Dad. They
Okay.
had some raincoats. Not saying that.
All right. That'll have to do. Let's
All right.
get to it.
Okay. Tell me what to do.
Well, let's head out the nearest door and get to this window on the outside.
Okay.
All right, this will be just sort of offside here. We'll probably end up wrapping this up on a couple little cliffhangers. So, all right, so let's go back to Sam and Chuck. Sam and Chuck, you make your way to around the building, and it is just pouring rain. It's your shoes are immediately wet, and there's thunder, lightning. Even still, you can tell this is going to be a pretty monstrous storm, maybe the storm of the century.
Stephen King.
Thank you. That's all I was waiting for. And there is a couple things you notice. There is a scarecrow in the distance, or at least where the scarecrow once was, is now simply a empty cross. Maybe about 200
Those are
yards
two
away
very
from
different things.
maybe 200 yards away.
In fact, they're the exact opposite of each other.
Maybe 200 yards away from where the window is. And you do indeed, Chuck, you do see some deep footprints in the mud outside the window, but they're quickly filling with water. And there is some sort of vague shape laying at the base of the cross out in the field.
Well, do the footprints head in that general direction?
It's hard to tell, but you kind of think maybe they do. The footprints are heavy right outside the window, but then they quickly dissipate after maybe a few strides.
Tracking roll needed a 30, got an 11.
Yep, you are able to follow it for maybe 10 feet, but then they have disappeared. They've been obliterated by the storm. But they do head in that general direction. Absolutely.
Let's go to the cross thing then.
Okay.
All right.
How did you learn how to do all this stuff, Dad?
There's a little dice button next to the scale, and you click it, and then it rolls for you automatically.
You've never taught
And then
me
it displays
that.
in the chat log.
Or it's magic.
Or it's magic. It's
Magic.
probably
Magic
what
Johnson.
I first time though.
It's Magifish.
Magifish. Okay. So yeah, you head towards the cross, and when you are perhaps 30 feet away, you can now make out what that shape is. It appears to be a cow lying on the ground.
A live cow or a dead
It is
cow?
not moving. Rain is falling on it.
I believe you mean it's not moving.
Is that a cow?
No, it's a dumbass making cow jokes.
Oh, okay. Well, what's that then?
That's a cow.
Oh,
Well, let's go take a look at the cow.
okay, but be careful.
Okay. I'm lactose intolerant, but I don't think it's that big a problem.
Zingers.
So in the heavy downpour, Chuck approaches the cow and can immediately see that it is quite dead and that its throat has been slit to the extent that its head lolls back on its neck. The blood has clearly pooled around it and then been washed away by the rain. You can see just a little bit left, perhaps. And it appears that there's another cut from the base of the neck all the way down the center of its stomach, all the way to the back.
So what's the going rate for ground beef?
Papa's having steak tonight, boys.
Judas. What would do that?
Probably a knife.
It's not just, they didn't just kill it, they mutilated it.
I mean, it's a pretty clean cut. Could just be a fantastic New Hampshire butcher
Or a French chef.
or a French New Hampshire.
So what do you think, Dad? I'm a little creeped out here.
Well, I think we should just head back.
Okay.
I don't know what to make of this, but
I'm okay
I don't
with
think
that.
there's
That sounds
anything
great.
good that can come from standing here.
Why don't you each give me a spot hidden?
Nah, they don't need to do
And
that.
54 got 46.
I needed a 76. I got a 54. Wait a minute.
And so those are both successes. So are you heading back to the hotel or towards the cross further?
I thought we were at the base of it.
It's close to the base. It's about, maybe a few feet away.
Then let's just head back. I mean, I'm assuming there's nothing on the cross that jumps out at us.
No, it's completely empty at this point. There is no scarecrow there.
Then yeah, we'll just head back.
Okay. As you turn to head back, you notice another little lump in the grass.
Sorry.
And you can both see simultaneously a heart. And now we'll switch back to Dan. Dan, you drive very carefully along the road back towards the bridge. And you're having a really rough time of it keeping eyes on the road because it is just pitch black. and you can barely see. It's like the heaviest rain that you've ever driven in. And soon you come to the bridge, or at least where the bridge used to be.
Oh, fuck.
You park the car and get out and stand in the rain to witness no bridge. There is the struts and the basic structure, like the poles where the sides would be, but there's no roof, there's no bridge. It's been completely destroyed, and the rivers are swollen and extremely fast moving. And I think that's where we'll call it.
Don't skip leg day.
All right. Thoughts?
Ooh, that was good.
We're
A lot of work to
screwed.
get to that end. But it's going to be good.
Welcome to the Vacation Tapes podcast.
What are you having for dinner?
Well, hopefully we're beyond that now. We finally had
Yes.
to get to
Woohoo!
Actually
Get to the
going to
actual
do some
mystery.
investigating.
yes, get back into the swing of things. All right, so let's go ahead and launch into our recommendos for this week. Why don't we go ahead and start with George?
This week I have a new soda from Sprecher, Sprecher, which is a brewery and soda maker in Wisconsin. And I've had a couple of theirs, but I had the cream soda this time, and it was really good.
Is it different from like Faygo? Like, what do they do different that would make it so cool?
Well, I couldn't find that much about the cream soda, but I know their root beer, they actually brew it. Because like I said, they're a brewery, first off, and they make soda on the side.
I got
So
their
it's-
beer in my beer of the month kit.
There you go.
That 2 months ago, I think.
Well, what do you know?
You have to try their cream soda. Sounds good.
Do they make grass flavored soda perchance?
I
No.
do love cream soda. I like Faygo cream soda the best. Although Jones is pretty damn good too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jones is a little sweet for me, but it's good. It's good.
IBC is
Can't
good.
have like 5 or 6 of them, but
George, have you ever tried the Jones soda holiday stuff?
Oh, God, yeah.
we're not George,
I-
man.
The Brussels
Holiday
sprouts
stuff.
and the mashed potatoes,
Turkey.
No, I had the birthday cake.
the butter.
I had
I
the
remember
birthday
butter
cake.
to be
It was
good.
very-
Butter it
Weird.
was not. It was not.
It's not good.
It was not good at all.
It's like bamboozled with the jelly beans.
I
It's like
had
boogers.
about a week ago, grass soda,
Yeah.
and I thought it was lemon lime when I bought it at the store, but it's grass flavored soda. It smells and tastes like grass.
Tastes like sticky icky.
Truth in
No,
advertising.
just like not even fresh cut grass that was cut a couple days ago and then left out in the sun.
Moldy, musty grass.
It's like a 2 out of 10, but
That's
it's
the name
so
of my new
recommended.
band, Moldy Musty Grass.
Nice. All right, let's move on to Matt.
Don't cry. I'm not going to give you guys a game to play this week. If you want something to play, go play Stardew Valley. This week I'm recommending a podcast that I recently started listening to called The Dark Tome. And what it is it's basically like an old radio drama. It is about a girl named Cassie who gets into a bit of trouble at school and is forced to read books to an old guy who runs a small bookshop. And he asks her to find this one book specifically called The Dark Tome, and he won't tell her why, but he just really wants it. So one night she sneaks off to his shop, opens it up with the key that he gave her, finds the book and starts reading it, only to find that reading the stories in the book not only brings those stories to life, but puts you down right in the middle of them with the characters.
So it's Goosebumps.
Yeah, only the stories are a lot more adult themed. Like
Or
they're
Waxworks.
and
Yeah.
a lot less
Wexford.
bump.
Uh-huh. If you guys remember, I sent you a link to a podcast in Hangouts.
Yep.
That H.P. Lovecraft short story they narrated. That was that same team.
Mhm.
And I'm on. The episodes are 2 parts each. I'm on just finished the first part of the second episode, and it is absolutely fantastic. They are really well done. Excellent voice acting. Excellent Foley and narration. It's really, really entertaining.
All right, cool.
Very cool.
Brian, how about you?
Well, I'm gonna try my hand at some digital artwork. So I decided to get myself a drawing tablet, which I haven't received it yet. It's coming tomorrow. I'm very excited about it. But all the reviews I've done, it's going to be interesting. I'm hoping I can pull off some interesting art with it. It's the Huion, Huion H420. It's got programmable buttons on the side. The pen is very sensitive, which is what I like. It does take a AAA battery in the pen, but I think that'll add some nice weight to it for me. So I'm excited, and more to come. I'll give you a little bit better review once I get that in.
Cool. Yeah, I've played a little bit with at least drawing apps, and I think I played around with a drawing tablet once, but I didn't really like it that much. And that's right. I think it was Justin Levesque let me play around with his a bit, and I couldn't. I thought it would give me a lot more control, but because you still have to like select the palettes and everything,
right?
I guess in the long run, I sort of preferred to do things on the PC. So I'm curious to see what your experience is going to be, because I couldn't take to it naturally, and that's probably
this actually hooks to the PC, and you draw on your. So I'll be drawing on the computer, and there's several free art programs out there, digital art programs, and it's all compatible with all of them. So it's one of the reasons why I chose it.
Okay, good. Yeah, let us know how that pans out for you.
Will do.
I am going to recommend this week a movie called, go figure, a horror movie called Train to Busan. It is a South Korean horror flick, zombie flick, ostensibly, and it is really, really good. It's been highly regarded this last year, and it is the tale of a young father who is taking his extremely young daughter across the city to Busan to visit his mother, or her mother, his ex-wife. And so it's a father-daughter relationship type deal. And of course, they encounter a city that is rapidly becoming overrun with zombies. And it's not the slow zombies, it's extremely fast zombies. And they call them zombies. So it's not your typical
infected.
Well, it is. It is. I mean, but then again, you know, what is the impetus for other zombie movies to, you know, typically like George Romero is like, he never said what it was. It was like either was it a satellite beaming radiation, you know, like that. There's all these different explanations for what makes a zombie. But in this one, they flat out basically say it's a local chemical plant or whatever. Spoilers. It's not really a spoiler. They kind of tip it off right at the beginning. But so it's very tense. It's very it's not bloody or gory to a great extent. Just kind of nice romp and fraught with emotion too. So there's a lot of heart stuff going on here as well. So they do a very good job with that. So I highly recommend Train to Busan. I really enjoyed it, and I'd like to see it again, actually.
Is that dubbed or subtitled?
That is subtitled.
Good.
Yeah. And
that's the way to do it.
Yeah, let's pause for a second here. Did I already review this? I went back and looked at my notes from last week, and
I don't think so.
I did. I told
don't think
somebody because I saw this on the 22nd, and our last show was on the 24th. But I reviewed the other one. There was a different movie that I reviewed last week. They look like people. So I think I just want to make sure I wasn't repeating myself.
No, you're good.
If I did, then I'll record something separately. But I won't know for a while until I get into the editing of different things. So if you haven't seen Train to Busan, I highly recommend it. So
Yay.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the Lovecraft Tapes. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe on iTunes, Google Music, Stitcher, or anywhere you download your regular podcasts or irregular podcasts. But just don't check your phone on the toilet, okay? If you like what you hear, please leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. Meanwhile, you can find us at thelovecrafttapes.com with links to all our social media, including Facebook, Reddit, YouTube, Google+, and our wiki. You can find me on Twitter at LovecraftTapes.
And if you're into building better bridges, follow me on Twitter at TheRealWeirdKid.
And you can find me on Twitter at Brian Podcasts.
All right. That's going to do it. And until next time, roll for sanity.
Or not. It's your choice.
Yeah, or push it. Either way.
Push that he pushed it. That was great that he pushed it. You see footprints. Oh.
Bing bong. All right. I'm going to stop the broadcast.